All right. Welcome back again to the Forgotten City. My name's Brandon Stowers. I am a one-part and a three-part group. We stream podcasts every Saturday morning between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m. We decided to start our gaming venture, so today you're starting to watch me find or stumble upon games that otherwise are not in the mainstream. So, most of the games that I've stumbled upon so far are Game Pass related games. So, if you have Xbox Game Pass, these games are completely free and available to you. If you don't have Game Pass, I don't remember how much this one costs. You can look it up in the Xbox Game Store. If not, I believe it's also a computer game. I believe it's available on Steam. So, this game, The Forgotten City, if you haven't already seen, uh, I would recommend watching my first live stream and then coming here because it's going to be a lot of information that is just completely new and completely, um, or sorry, there's going to be information that is covered in the first episode that is going to confuse the living shit out of you. I can't speak English today, sorry. If you don't watch that because this is a very storyline and story centric game. So if you're not keeping up with the story, it's going to be very confusing and you're going to want to click off. So I do recommend going back to my previous live stream and then come back to this one whenever you're done. I understand. Anyway, so The Forgotten City, Part 2. I do like the music, but I don't like how loud it is. It's just the effects and everything just so loud. Even though in my settings I've turned down the ambient noise to 15%, the music volume to 15%, it is still blaringly loud at the very beginning for some reason. It's like it doesn't accept my settings for the title screen, and it's obnoxious. I wish they would fix that, but I understand that this game, being what it is, I don't imagine they put a lot of money into the dynamics or the mechanics of the game. They built more around a story, which I do enjoy. I do enjoy a good story, yes. Loading screens. Gotta love them. Alright. Back into the game. Alright. Opening up again.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I'm
I don't
Bubbles, we've had this
think
conversation
so.
before.
Never seen you before in my life. Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Zipline handle.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, the worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably. All right, see you around.
Alright, so just a bit of a recap. At the end of the last episode, I got shot. And because I got shot, it broke the golden rule again. That will all be explained by the first one, but the golden rule basically is if someone kills someone or commits a grave act of sin, the many will pay for the sins of the one, and we'll all turn into golden statues as we die. However, there is a way to circumnavigate this if Sentius, who is currently the magistrate, runs all the way over here, says a prayer, sacrifices himself, I walk through a portal, and I come back to this point in time. So I've already done that once. If you want to watch that, that's it. If you want to watch that, you can.
I saw you use the device I made, and it worked! Anyway, I'm sorry to ask, but is there any chance you'd be willing to do me a favor? Well, I've been trying to get this rare flower from the rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the lake and made this pulley device, only I, couldn't quite summon the nerve to use it. Do you think you could use the device again and try to get that flower for me? Oh, thank you. It would help me a lot. There's no rush, just whenever you get a chance.
So I've already asked him all of this.
All right. See you around.
So I don't imagine his choice of words are gonna change that much. Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. Whoever wrote this didn't get the chance to finish, evidently. I don't think I went into the bar last time, so... Oh, is this the bar? I do not remember. Why do you block me, girl? It's a golden statue, so it's not really her fault, is it? I think that might be Hemlock. So he wants me to get that? Oh boy. It's quite a daunting feat.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Nice.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
Kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever watched or anyone play this game or played this game. It kind of reminds me of BioShock, her voice. The seed of the prophet will take the throne and drown in something the mountains of men. Drown in flame the mountains of men. It's like older Elizabeth.
They never do.
Okay.
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
Seems a bit off her rocker.
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment. You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say
Seems that
no
she
more.
knows more. It seems that she knows more about this place than anyone else. Which is interesting. It sounds to me she's been here the longest out of everybody, and she knows how it works.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. I think I'll go talk to Cynthius. Or no. I'll try the flower. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it because I guess first attempt. How do I get off the? Oh, it's B to jump. Oh, Dawn. How do I get out of the lake? That is not something that was the apple. Huh, weird. I don't know why you'd go for the apple. It said B to jump, but whenever I pressed A, it just detached me, so I don't know. I will still... Okay, I'll do a second attempt, and then I will talk to Cynthius, because I don't want to waste too much time, because I am on a time crunch. Speaking of which, I need to do something in the real world, so it's gonna look... let's do that one. Okay. I hope not to make the stream too long, but it may. Oh, what the heck was that? I don't know if you saw that. I have no idea if you guys saw that, but man, it just like all of a sudden it went 0 to 100 like real quick. No. God, why? Okay, third attempt. Don't stop when you're already, failing. Oh, yeah, I know you guys saw it. Yeah, I'm watching the stream on YouTube. If you watch. Oh my gosh, you pretty much immediately have to prep. Ooh. Denarius. Heck yeah. Oh. Oh no. That's something I didn't even think about. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Cynthius. I'm gonna ignore everyone. I've already. I can't move. Okay, yeah, I'm sure you can't. How does he know who I am?
Oh, don't mind me. I just live here.
I just live here.
We're finally
Talk to you before,
alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the Golden Rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened? Ah, I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time. Now, I assume you've sought me out again for a reason?
Yes.
Of course. What is it? Yes? What? An assassin? What are you talking about?
Apparently he was sent by Nero to assassinate someone in the city named
Then what are you doing here
Quincius.
talking to me? Why aren't you out there trying to stop him? You'd best go. Quickly. As magistrate, I hereby declare him an enemy of Rome and authorize his execution by your hand. Forthwith. I don't believe so, no. It's not a crime to carry out the lawful order of a magistrate. Thank you. Please act quickly before it's too late.
All right. So now I think I can execute him. And for those of you who watched last episode, you'll know how I'll do
Hey,
this.
Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
Arve,
Can I talk to her?
a new face. Arve, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of
I
this
know who you are.
visit? Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Okay, that's good.
Oh,
I already did that.
Well then, keep asking people how Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Okay, so I will.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Let's see here. I'll do this one real
Help.
quick.
You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all... You have to do...
Okay, I'm gonna skip that because it's dialogue that has already been introduced.
Are you serious? This is an emergency. Are you going to help or not?
I'll
Thank
get right
you.
on it.
He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over. What?
Don't go in there.
Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Alright, that will prevent her from going in there. And there's a reason I want to prevent her from going in there, because I'm going to direct him to go in there. Because I think I already got all the information I needed from him.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Yes, I saw him worshipping in a small round shrine just inside the city's second building on your left.
For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
This doesn't break the golden rule. I'm not sure if lies break the golden rule, and then if I'm directing him to his death as a direct order to execute him, I don't think that that is a breaking of the golden rule. And as you'll see, I've done this before. This isn't a breaking of the golden rule. I don't know why he has his arrow drawn the entire time. If he's really set on killing this person, he should have rushed and then pulled back arrow once he got here. And also, why does he walk into the empty shrine when there's no one there?
Filthy, lying degenerate.
Alright. Now I can get the bow. Bounty notice. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He is about 40 to 50 years old. He is average height, average build, has dark hair, has one green eye and one blue eye, also known as heterochromia. Yes, I know that part I wasn't reading. He is typically clean-shaven. He is a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Okay, so let me talk to this guy.
You there! I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts. Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues? And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
Yeah. So I never really fully read the Golden Goose tale, but as far as I know, there's a reason it's a cautionary tale, because as more gold is being produced, even in an economic market, the more gold that there is, the less the gold costs, because the less precious it becomes. So it's paradoxical to try to produce all of these things out of gold, because the more gold that there is out there, the less that you'll make. However, he is probably correct in that even if this does occur, it would happen such a long time after you have done your scheming and gotten all the riches for yourself that you wouldn't be the one left holding the proverbial bag.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
I don't know if I should say I'm interested.
Excellent.
I'm just gonna say
So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, Tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana? No problem.
No.
Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
A bow.
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you know what.
Hold up. I'm thinking. So is Diana the one that is talking to me? Because if she's the one that always possesses the bow and all these golden statues seem to be shot by her hand, it's always a female voice. It's always the same female voice. Is it Diana then?
Oh, gods no. If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of her golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away. I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
Fancy way of saying you're a coward.
So, are you in, partner?
If you don't like action or horror elements, feel free to decline. I'm just gonna pass for now.
Last chance.
Because I can always do it. Okay.
Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment.
Can I not get the medicine from him now?
A gold leaf bow.
Fake golden bow.
Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
So he's weighed against the current? What is that supposed to mean? Is this a bad idea? I feel like this is a bad idea. Okay, extinguish the braziers. What is that buzzing? Oh. Something tells me that might kill me. That's probably gonna kill me, but at least I'm prepared for it. How do I... Hold up. How do I... Okay, I did it. Oh, shit.
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow? Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you. A little bit slow, aren't you? Yes, I locked you in, and until you give me my bow, you're gonna stay in there, like Tantalus in Tartarus. No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole.
How can I trust you after you double-cross me like this?
I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognise my own handiwork. I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know,
so I'll just shoot it with the bow.
27 hornet stings to kill a man. But I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out if they were right, shall we?
Well, I guess that makes sense, because gold is very dense. Okay, it's good that I have arrows, and I can turn people, or turn things to gold. Alright, I'm going to actually not equip that for right now, because if someone catches me with it, that wouldn't be very good. Sponge stick? Yeah, that is true. I do remember that. They use sponge sticks to clean themselves after using the restroom. Surprised there's remains in here. I think these are people that died but didn't break the golden rule. The algae. What do you want me to do with the algae? Oh, turn it to gold. I got it. I got it. I got it. Well, if you let me up, I can turn it to gold, so I'm not going to be stuck, you know? Alright. Fire my golden arrow at it. Although I'm surprised it's not... Oh, shoot. Alright. Again, put that away. I know you're watching me and helping me, thank you. Okay. Ooh.
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me. A rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, my beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me. A rasp of air, as if vocal...
Okay. I thought I heard a whisper behind me, a rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained for a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as a city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me this was no statue, this was a woman trapped within the golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke. Got it. And I imagine her body is right here, but it's not going to tell me that this is her remains. I guess I should also look at the golden statue as well. See if whether or not this is her. They do look at you. I didn't even notice that. So if I'm right here, and I turn around, that's creepy. That's really creepy. I didn't notice that before. Well, I guess that's nice to know. Okay. I guess I have to hold it. And they have the rope to distinguish that this is a climbing Okay. Guess I have to look in a specific direction. So if I'm right here. Hello. What do you want me to do here? You want me to run and jump? I forgot how to run. How do I run? Okay, good. That could have been really bad. Oh, need to turn that to gold, I guess. More arrows. I feel like gold, although dense, is not necessarily a tough metal. Midas touch without the negatives. Who are you? Why are you looking that way? That's weird. Okay, so I can't climb this unless I have the golden arrow, right? Okay. So let me put that away. Oh, that's weird. So I can only climb it if it's gold? That doesn't make sense. The vines are definitely strong enough on their own. Okay, the problem is if I see him again, how do I trust him with this golden arrow? How am I supposed to trust him with that? And now because the fake arrow is, or the fake bow is there, will we all turn to gold or will we all certainly die? That's another interesting concept. I never got to this point. I did other things before getting to this point. Find a way into the palace. Hello? You okay? I think I might know who it is, and I'm not sure what to do with her.
Stop.
Sorry. Oh wow, I shot her right in the crotch. Who is this? That's what I don't know. Who is this? Sorry, I have to. I don't know anything about you. Hello? Could you stop trying to attack me? I want to, but I can't. I'm kicking you. Oh, I'm sorry. That was not very nice of me. Oh God. Why are there so many of them? What the hell? Why did it... Okay, this is a bit obnoxious, to say the least. Who are these people? Again, that makes me feel really bad, but you're all in my way. There's another one. What if I accidentally miss her and hit someone else behind her? That would be bad. I got her. Okay. I guess that's smart. But I don't know. I don't know how to think about all of this. Why am I in the palace? And there's nothing in here. Are there more
You're
peeled
not supposed
statues?
to be here.
Oh, shit. I need to talk to Navia. Okay, so that's my way out, right? Okay. Which way? Well, thanks. So I need to escape the palace through here? Shoot the algae. Why'd she peel these statues? She's a bit sadistic. She hasn't broken the golden rule yet. Oh shit. I should have waited. Okay. Can I not climb up? No, apparently not. Sorry. Sorry. Don't want to cause any more harm than is necessary. Oh. How do I... How am I supposed to... Oh, there we go. I was like, there's probably another around this corner, isn't there? This corner? Ooh. Oh, shoot. I forgot bees to jump. Dang it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Well, I got that one. Got that one. And now he can't get to me. Oh. I know it's all up to me, thank you. I just forgot B is to jump. And if I remember that, then I wouldn't have had to shoot this many arrows. I keep pressing X when... Okay. Sorry, the buttons in this game are not what I'm used to. That's funny. Let me jump up, would you? Why isn't it letting me jump up? Weird. It's like a obstacle course from hell. Okay, who are you? No one to be seen. Okay. It's like there's got to be a way I don't waste an arrow here. I assume there's probably a few more. Who knows? I see you. Can you climb? No. I'm trying. But why attack me if you want me to kill you? That doesn't make any sense. You don't make any sense there, peeled statue. Hello? Coin pouch. Hell yeah. I think I might just have to get 1,000 denarius anyway. Is there... I should have lured them all... I should have done that before turning the algae to gold. Yeah, that didn't much work, did it? Again, Why run after me and kill me? Unless they can't control it, I guess. Seems like a waste of arrows. I tend to rush things, it seems. Okay. I forgot how to run in this game. Oh, it's left trigger. Hello? Hello? Okay, I'm gonna take that.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible
truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow, trapped in their own personal Is that a C or a T? I don't know. Consigned... Oh, it's a T. Tartarus? Consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them to keep them company. I imagined backstories for them, gave them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and the stories I learned as a child. Oh God. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with the beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea, forgive me, I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story, but when I turned to look to you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I'd ever known, your face forever frozen in a look of haunted sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose to free you from your golden prison so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper, your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this palace, and set to work. Well... and that's where we are. Golden statues. Oh. Oh, God. So she set them up here and then tried to remove the gold from them? That's like trying to remove their skin from them. No. Oh, God. Oh, no. Because I imagine the gold replaces your skin. So to try to remove the gold from your skin... that is, not very good. I don't know how that doesn't break the golden rule, though. But... to each their own... wait, if I shoot the curtain, they can't get through. Ha ha ha! Yeah, but neither can I. I did. Silken to gold. Y'all can't get me, none. Uh-oh. Oh. I think there might be more around the corner. Okay, no, there's not. I think I can open these. Nope, apparently can't. I feel like I'm not going to be able to play through this story fast enough, am I? Yeah, I know. Point. No way. Kill me. Can I... am I just... I do like the sound. It is a bit of an ASMR. Oh. I don't feel like I should leave them there.
Help us.
I want to.
Make it stop. Kill me.
Is this the one she's talking about? I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful woman statue. I want to. I don't think I have a choice with this one. Oh. Don't know why the arrow goes over their heads sometimes. I do apologize for the sound. How about no? Alright, everybody. Come on down, do the Price is Right. You're a lucky winner of a golden trip to your own. What the hell? Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm crying. Sit still, and I'll make it stop for you. Man. Yeah, I know you're pointing. Oh, hold on. Hello? Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. My wife was texting me and I was not paying attention, so I didn't want to be killed. Or shot with a golden arrow. I don't think she has a golden arrow, but... No. Which one of you is it? At the scroll nearby?
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My
yeah, because you're trying to strip it off of them.
Who I called Iodama after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that is...
Come on.
I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, with living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have cleaved my skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath, and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, which means whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Diodami to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this god's forsaken place.
Except you're not freeing them. Good thing I'm not running out of arrows quite yet. Oh, God. Oh, no. This is horrible. Evidently it's dead, didn't break the golden rule. Oh, God. All of this is horrific. I understand you want to free them, but this is in no way freeing. This is death. Oh. God, she's gone insane. Why is there a vase right there? Shit. Is that why? Because there's some that are still living. Hello. You didn't even wait for me to look away. Interesting. I can't kill her, but what if she's going to kill me? Is this who I think it is?
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And, worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that.
If I turn her to gold, that wouldn't break the golden rule.
You think you can bring me down with your little wooden arrows before I jam this blade into your throat? What? How? That's impossible. You're trying to intimidate me. Liar. Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if you can undo this mess, I'll give you the key to my old medical chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I imagine it would help Lucretia ease the suffering of those still in the city. But if you're lying to me, I'll break the Golden Rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. Understood?
Can I talk to her? What's my goal? Can I turn her to gold? What am I trying to find? Do I encase her in gold? Would that break the golden rule? If I do... So do I shoot her? This is a bad idea.
Or I'll make us all gold. You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything I can. I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place. In any case, I must honor our bargain. Here's the key I promised you. It opens a chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I believe there are a few things in there which may be useful to Lucretia.
Can I talk to her now?
Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there. Go, and never return.
Who do I talk to? And about what? Can I turn all of them to golden statues? That would definitely help.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumulatus decius won't give it to me.
I forgot to unpause it. I am so sorry. I forgot to unpause it. I talked with her, and apparently the girl slipped. Oh man, that makes me feel so bad because all I have to do is this is the one of Apollo. Where's her
May
chest?
Apollo keep you safe.
Flatulence, rhubarb, ulcers, stomach pain, willow bark. Figure out a treatment for rheumatism. I did. Do I talk to him now?
Feeling all right? You made it into the palace. I am impressed. How is Nevia? Willowback. I should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful. Thank you. If this works, it should settle Rufius down some. I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him some of this? He'll just need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster.
It should. But that means I have to...
Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived when you did.
When I go through the portal, do I still have the items? I don't remember if I do. If I do, then I won't have to do a lot of this. And some of the things will be easier, like killing the assassin. Sorry, making the assassin into gold.
All right. Well, thanks again for helping remove the thorn from the lion's paw. The spirit of Androcles smiles upon you.
That's just, where is she?
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be important. Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances. Nice to talk to you.
Okay, so... Oh, there's Rufius. Oh, thank God. I wasn't going to be able to figure that... Yeah, hello. Can she still whisper to me? So it looks like the one in the tower is going crazy. Wait, Rufius.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step. What business is that of yours? Willowbark. And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief.
Whatever's in that great temple
This
up there on the
is
bluff,
what I've been praying
I
for.
bet it's worth a fortune.
Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you. I've been in a lot of pain lately. The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching, and the crisis of faith. It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one. Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us? No. Who do you want me to vote for? Fine. I'll vote for Sentius. But no more favors. We're square. See you around.
I don't think that's enough to turn the tide in the election. I don't think Lulia
turns.
I love your clothes. So, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. You're not like any Roman man I've ever seen. You seem so refined, so civilized.
You could not be washing the cup so aggressively when you're looking at me. It looks so wrong. Like, this is what I'm gonna do your shaft later, baby. Like, if I flirt with her, I feel like I can get more information out of her because she'll let her guard down.
Coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
Fuck! Oh, I should have. Oh, fuck.
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget
I guess
that
I'm
ever
not
happened,
very
so
good
we can
with
at least do
women.
business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
I don't care if I'm rejected by her anyway. I'm a married man.
Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us. You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
God.
Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about.
She's
and
lying.
I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you? Simple. It's a one-way trip. and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now. What's the matter? Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion. I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying
Yeah, that's
goes,
probably true.
to drink is human, so we drink. Certainly, for 10 denarii. Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair. Whatever you like. All right. See ya.
Citizen.
Oh, hello there, partner. I'm glad you're here. I think there might have been some confusion about my little practical joke earlier. You see, my plan was to give you a little fright. You know, like two friends joking around at the Saturnalia, and then, surprise, I'd open the door. But when I opened it, you were gone. Partner, there's no need for threats. Yeah, well, I don't have to listen to this. Get lost. Don't even talk to me.
Okay. We'll all be turned to gold tonight, don't you worry, darling. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Oh, that sucks, mate. Alright. Whose tears? I feel like, before I do this, I need to go up to the, man, it's really easy to get confused through there.
Cerberus lifts his dribble head and lets out his 3-fold praying.
I don't think that she's mad. I really don't. I'll do that later. Something tells me I don't have a lot of time to do this. So now I got arrows. I've already been in the palace. In fact, I think I can unlock the palace, can't I? With the key. Okay, fine. Dum-dum. He's looking away from me. There he goes. That was weird. Why'd he look away from me? Huh. Some cliff. Alright. He. Oh, I didn't even notice that before. I'll go there whenever I'm done with this next part, because I've done this next part, so I just wanted to...
Orpheus, no!
Ooh! It's like the voices in my own head. No, I'm kidding. Whee!
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored.
I don't remember if there's much.
And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. And yes, no more shall you walk on eggshell. Yes. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. Yes. For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of, well, I should think, a day of celebration. I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to her first.
You're not supposed to be in here.
I'm so sorry. I did not intend for the door to be in the way.
Talk. What business could you possibly have with me? I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I am receiving strange men in private. My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much. I think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry up and leave. Finally! This is outrageous.
She's not very helpful. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. I should have said I'm just gonna go now, but I don't know. I'll talk to Malleolus. Hello, Malleolus.
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
Let's actually get a story first.
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today. I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
How will you do that?
There's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie? The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real? Nonsense! There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already. Surely you're not one of those people who believes everything you read, as if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down? What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. He won't get away with this much longer.
Even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make this city, a better place. Isn't that a good thing?
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
Without weapons.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken. My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
You have one green eye and one blue eye, just like the description in this execution order from Emperor Nero.
You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens.
He's lying.
I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more.
He's lying. Because he seems to be focusing heavily on his heterochromia, not the fact that Quintus... okay, heterochromia is a very rare condition. Even if someone else bears the condition, the fact that you seem to have fled from the same region, and you have heterochromia... I can't prove it to you yet, but I will.
Because it simply isn't true. Now,
Except
was there something else you wanted?
Well, my side is the truth.
Are you insane? You barge into my villa uninvited and then make outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win? You are acting very strangely.
I won't bluff to him. I just don't see it as getting anywhere.
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it. You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants? I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Alright, so that's Malleus. I wonder if I shot him with the bow and turn him into a gold statue. Would that divert a lot of the pain? I don't know. I think I'm going to use the golden statue at this point for averting certain crises, such as people trying to kill people, steal, whatever, you name it. I think I'm going to ask...
Citizen.
I'm just going to talk to him.
We'll speak again after you've carried out my order.
I have.
Ah, I see. Well, if you've stopped one person from breaking it and you're still here, then there must be someone else about to break it still. Allow me to explain. When I discovered the ritual to Proserpina, the instructions came with a warning about paradoxes. The crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, you will have created a paradox. To illustrate, when the Golden Rule is broken, I will open the doorway that will bring you here to prevent it from being broken. If you manage to succeed in saving our lives, then I will have no reason to open the doorway, and you will never have come here. A paradox, you see? The same thing would happen if you, say, inadvertently, allowed me to die. If I can't summon you, then you can't be here, obviously. If either of those things were to happen, I am given to understand you would be flung back to your original time, having changed the course of history for us and yourself. So the fact that you are still here means someone is going to break the Golden Rule. And there is yet work to do. Understand?
Yes.
Excellent. So, it looks like you'll have to continue your investigation. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask? Ask then. Good. Now, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Oh boy. I can't.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
The assassin was very direct in that he wanted to kill somebody. No one has directly said that they're going to kill anybody unless through vain emotion. I need...
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Oh, where'd he go? Did I talk with everybody yet? Oh yeah, I need to talk with her. Fabia! What you want?
You took care of him? An accident? So, it's over? Oh God, it's such a relief. I really thought we were all going to die. I do have a question though. That shrine, the one I was going to hide in, did you know it was going to collapse? I don't understand. Oh, I see. Oh, I should probably keep my big mouth shut then. Sorry.
Yeah, you probably should, darling.
Nobody else will ever know what you did. But I know. That was really clever. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Oh, speaking of which, welcome. I'm Fabia. Sorry I was a bit frantic before. Need anything? Terrible shame, that is. Maybe this'll help. Late last night, I was cleaning my oven when I heard some noises outside. The forum's usually dead quiet at that hour, so I came out to see what was going on. To be honest, I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping around again. So I put my head out and saw someone in front of Virgil's shop. I couldn't tell who, it was too dark. I called out to them, but they just turned and ran off without a word. All I remember is they ran past a lit torch and the light glinted off something metallic. Armour, I think. So I suppose it could only be one of three people, Horatius, Domitius or Rufius. I hope that helps.
Investigate Domitius, Horatius, and Rufius. That does help.
Oh,
What's your
there's not
story?
much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can.
It's a very simple life you live, it seems.
I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me, a fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am.
Common thread. Memory lapse.
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. Hadn't really thought about it. But the gods are mysterious and powerful. Who knows what their plans are for us?
Do you know a way out of
You've been
here?
here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already? Why not give the place a chance before you try to leave? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables, and Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes, and Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down around us. Well, he does his best. I'm just saying, there are worse places you could live out your days. Well,
I don't belong
can tell
here.
from your funny accent you're not from around here, but that doesn't mean you don't belong, does it?
Oh, why, thank you, Fabia.
Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we? Thanks. And I like your teeth. They're so white. And your clothes. Oh, I bet my friend Georgius would like to get a look at you. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the Golden Rule with you too. He'll be just across the forum in his shop.
In his shop.
All right.
All right.
Thanks again for taking care
Tally
of
ho.
our problem. I won't forget it.
All right. Talk to Fabia. Fabia. What's her name again? If he's not in here. Things to buy once I've escaped. Okay. Alright, well that's about it. It's starting to get dark.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? My name's
What's your
Julie.
story?
I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure. Yes, but I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it more than once, but I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy. Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you
think you could read it for me?
Read it for me.
Seems like a nice, seemingly young old man. Explains Dooley was locked up to prevent him from trespassing. Guess I'll go into reading mode. I'm writing to you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely that you misremembered. More importantly, since you are on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory.
What does it say?
It says you've been caught trespassing several times and they'll lock you up to stop you from breaking the golden
My friend
rule.
Hannibal
What treasure?
used to look after me. And he said he always would.
But then he died and it was very sad.
He said,
sorry,
if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
Yeah, she is.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot. Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what. Like, Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate,
he's nice.
He can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
I see what I can do.
You're going to
you know
let
the way
me
out of here?
Really?
That's not what I said. I asked if you know a way out of here.
Please. I hate it here. It makes me very sad.
Alright.
Gold?
What do you know about the Golden Rule?
You mean treasure?
Never mind.
My friend Hannibal used to...
No.
We
already... Yep, we already did that. Fair enough.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna be going now. Bye. Oh, boy. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I didn't know what was going on yet. I didn't know... Oh, shoot. Where is it? I think it's up here.
I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. The myth of the Golden Rule is no more.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius, here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait. I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is, a children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I did not anticipate that it was going to happen before anyone had died. Why did it happen? Other than betrayal? A lust for power? I don't understand. Why? Okay, I'm gonna look away because it does have some semblance. Okay. Looked away and a portal's open. We all know how, but I just want to ignore it as much as possible because YouTube is rather touchy about that subject. So. I knew that whenever the vote happens that's going to happen. I did not know that if no one died there, though. If no one died there, then it's not their fault.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just...
I'm Bubbles. I need you to take care of some things urgently.
Oh, that sounds serious. I'm listening.
Rufius is becoming agitated because of his rheumatism, but if you give him some willow bark, it will calm him down. I need you to stop Fabia entering the empty shrine and tell the new arrival he'll find what he's looking for in there. If I go to Rufius...
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood. Poor guy. My uncle was a victim at Rheumatism's altar, and he ended up killing himself. Alright, got it.
This is actually really nice, so I don't have to do it.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
See, he's a nice guy. Oh, shoot. Man, that's such a hard thing to hit, but I will keep trying. Oh. Do I not have the arrow? I do have the bow. I keep it! That is wonderful news. She will
Here is proof of a degenerate mind.
Thank you, Horatius. I know who will guide me. Just give me a second. Oh, they let anyone in these days. Oh, God.
We're finally alone. I assume you all...
I'm Bubbles. We've had this conversation
Is
before.
that about right? Seems
I'm in a
rather-
hurry. I was hoping...
Of course. What
let's
is
do
it?
this one.
Well, if you stopped one, allow me to explain. The crowd to illustrate. If you...
Okay,
if I-
yeah, we've already
so-
gone through this.
Excellent.
I think so. Okay.
Of course. What is...
I think I know what it is. Okay. So I tied off all the loose ends, and I can tie off all the loose ends so long as I instruct Gallius? Is that his name? Yeah, Gallius to do all those things for me. Never mind. I need more time to investigate. All right.
mean
Can you release
Duilius?
Dooley?
Releasing him is out of the
Duilius.
question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps
kind of
you're not
agree with
aware
that.
He was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
Yeah.
Look, I can see where you're
Trespassing.
going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities. Here we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule breaker. I will not jeopardize
Why did my
the
screen
lives
go
of my
black?
people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else?
My screen just went black. I think my TV shut off for some reason. I really hope that it doesn't go black on stream. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I can't see anything. Hold on. I really hope it doesn't go black on screen. I don't think it will. I think it was my TV. Oh, man, that sucks. Did I not ask him what his story
Sextus
was?
Sentius Imperiosus is my name. though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians. It's a cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform. As magistrate, I usually wear a toga, but today I may need to survive long enough to create the portal for you, so it seemed prudent. My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest. I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead. Very well. Of course. What is it?
What if I say Malleus?
Yes? Why do you say that?
When he wins the election, he's going to convict you to treason and sentence you to death.
I'm speechless. How do you know? Of course, this isn't your first loop, is it? Well then, you must stop him from winning the election. I expect you'll need some kind of leverage on him, but I can't be seen to be involved in this, of course, so you'll be on your own. You'd better not waste any time, and may Swada, goddess of persuasion, go with you.
I hope so.
Good, thank you.
Alright. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much I can do. I think I can tell her about her sister now,
Whatever are you
can't
wearing? Oh,
Blah, 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 blah. I don't care about your story.
Oh, you heard about her disappearance.
I found a letter in her room that mentioned her plan to
What?
escape.
Really? I swear, I searched her room top to bottom and never saw that. But it's odd. You should go...
Okay, we already talked through that.
Oh, look, you're back.
I
I trust you can see your...
I did find your sister, darling, but for some reason the dialogue will not allow me to tell you. So, from this moment forth, you will not know the whereabouts of your sister.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
Got it.
What is
Aye,
it, citizen?
Captain.
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty, unfortunately.
Okay.
See, the man's a savage, but he's a gladiator. Sentius, this...
Okay.
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Okay, yep, got it.
What? Absolutely not. I know someone's been threatening him, and I'm not happy about it. But I can assure you, it isn't me.
I believe him.
What business is that of yours? A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better?
I found her.
I suppose that's true. Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better, though, I suppose. Fine.
I don't
All right.
think it was him.
Please keep an eye out for anything that might lead us to Scintilla.
Unless, of course, he was doing it for the protection of the Golden Rule, but...
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not? Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day.
I don't care. I need to speak with Lulia?
She's not here. Had to carry her to Lucretia's clinic this morning. Shrine of Apollo. She was acting sick. Faking it, if you ask me. Typical. Do I seem like anonymous threats are my style? Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me. And they keep coming back, if you know what I mean.
How am
You
I
don't
supposed to
know
prove anything, but...
Sturkis.
I apparently don't.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Okay, so... I need to ask more people about how they got here.
Isn't the great temple majestic? Interesting. That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else? Yes, I also had such an encounter. What else? Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest before you arrived here? And did you happen to catch her name? I see. And was this Karen, by any chance, wearing a hood? Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths. But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Oh no, people can't think of you a slut. I get it, darling. Don't you worry. Alright, do I need to talk to him?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step. No idea what you're talking about?
I don't.
Sentius, military man, knows what he's doing.
That's good.
Fine.
I don't have to talk to him again. Okay, that's great. I like that dynamic. Thank the Lord.
See you around.
Okay, so if I can get you to talk to me.
Hello there, friend. May I say, that is a glorious bow you're carrying.
I took it from the Shrine of Diana only to discover you'd locked me inside with angry hornets. I managed to escape, and after a harrowing ordeal in the palace and traveling back in time, here I am.
Well,
You'd
I'll
never
take your
believe me
word
if
for
I
it.
told you.
But perhaps you'd be interested in selling it to me. I mean, it's not as if you have any use for it down here. Now you're talking, I'm interested. How about 100 denarii?
I really want the bow.
Oh, that's a little excessive, don't you think? It's not the bow of Ulysses we're talking about. All right. But I'm going to need you to tell me before I pay up. Wait. Let's not be too hasty, friend. I just want a little assurance that I can trust you, that's all. I suppose you're right. All right, you drive a hard bargain, but here's your money. Now, the location of that bow. What? But I already knew that, you imbecile. Everyone knows that. I can't take that golden bow because stealing from the goddess in her own shrine would break the golden rule. You promised to tell me where I could get one of my own.
And I did. You can take it, and you'll be able
What
to
is
keep it for
this?
the rest of your life.
Some kind of joke?
You gave me what I wanted. I gave you what I promised.
I don't believe this is happening. Don't even talk to me.
So,
Shiny.
I'm not even carrying it. I don't think I have the bow, but I don't. I would have to administer. She weeps where the water flows. Equitia, I'm coming. Oh, loading screen. She's in the baths waiting for me, darling. Oh, shoot. Today. I don't think I'll answer that. All right. Sorry about that. I had to check my texts because for some reason whenever I'm streaming, that's when I get text messages. I'm not popular otherwise. I'm not popular here anyway, so I have self-awareness. I understand. All right. Talk to me. Even though I've talked to you about this before.
You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But
thank you.
Do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Charon. It was C-H-A-R-O-N, as in Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
I'm in hell!
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
All right, I will.
That was
So
my
we're
first
dead.
thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
What can you tell me about
Oh, I'm
Charon?
sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it.
I thought it was typically coins over the eyes.
It was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Okay. Why didn't you all recognize Charon?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
Okay.
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river. But that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Could it also be possible that the fire they thought they were escaping was not the fire of Rome, but it was actually the fire of hell and death itself, so that when they were fleeing that'd be the last thing that they remember? Well, I guess it's not true, because Fabia said that when she fell asleep, she opened her eyes. So I'd assume that means she fell asleep and died, and then when she woke up on the side of the forest, that's when she met Charon and was led into the underworld. Were you trying to keep this from me? Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help. I promise you.
All right.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity.
Especially considering that if we are, we're trapped.
The old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Huh.
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
I've noticed you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his
All
name. Why is
Romans
that?
try to avoid saying it, and the reason is
Pluto,
quite simple.
Pluto,
He might
Pluto.
kill us. You
Oh,
may
no.
refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril. Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Hey, look here, bitch. Fuck you. Hercules could manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand
Yes.
exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first,
Doubt it,
you'd
with the
need
name
an
like
audience
Bubbles.
with you know who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here.
Oh, it's been sealed
and there doesn't
shut.
even seem to be a
Oh,
keyhole.
God.
I suspect the answer lies
You're a
in the
keyhole.
desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again. It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands
I know what an
before the
obelisk
great
is.
temple,
Thank you.
a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That
I
means
assume
you'll need to
Christian.
recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Alright, so I'm gonna pause the stream here. Reason being, I really have to pee, so I'll be back in probably about 2, maybe 3 minutes. I am pretty fast most of the time, but I'll be back in about 3 minutes, so... Alright, like I said, relatively quick, I'm back. Alright, where would I find all of these plaques? Let's go on this question.
To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have
I
had
would
the god's
probably
name
say it's
engraved into it.
Demiscus or
Maybe that whoever
Demistius,
desecrated
the
it
gladiator.
wanted that name to be forgotten. And there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that. There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one true god.
I guess.
Theirs.
Oh, that's true.
They've been known to start fires, as well
Oh, don't
as
tell
deface
me.
religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been
Okay.
in hiding since the fire last year, so finding them won't be easy. But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps, if you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
I do know where that is.
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the Forum.
That is a good start.
Bash, our Egyptian resident, will be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her, or just take a look in his room. I'm afraid you're on your own with that one, but perhaps finding the other three will illuminate the way.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about something else.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
That is horrible.
If the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
Yes, I have. The golden statues.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again,
yes.
I suppose you were worried
because I didn't want you to think I was crazy. Yeah.
Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice?
Tell me more,
what
tell me more,
thing
tell
does
me
it
more.
say?
It's always the same voice.
Perhaps she is a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Perhaps she said wait against the current and her tears run through the city and she weeps where the water flows.
There are no rivers here. Let me think on that.
That will help me, thank you very much.
Well, as far as I can tell, water flows into the city from an aqueduct into one of two cisterns, the upper cistern. If that's the current she's talking about, then perhaps you need to get into the upper cistern somehow. I vaguely recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked up tight. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate, but if that doesn't work, perhaps you can find another way in. Let me know if you find anything in there.
All right.
I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone. In any case,
I'll find the Roman plaque.
Time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Thank you. So we're gonna leave at the same time. Alright. I know it's all up to me, darling. Don't you worry. Alright. Loading screen. Another loading screen. Gotta love them. Alright, so far it seems to me that the answer to the question is going to be inside that temple, and it's nice that all of my loose ends can be tied up at the very beginning through Gallius. So if I can get all the if I can get all of the plaques right now before the election, that would probably be the best thing to set up for the next time. So I will end this stream at 4 o'clock. I start work at 4:30 today. So why am I talking to Rufius?
You again.
Do you know a way out of here, Golden Rule Virgil?
No idea
Any
what
idea
you're talking about.
Come on, I helped treat your rheumatism.
What? That was Galerius, not you.
Where do you think he got the willow bark?
He got it from you? I guess you did help me then. Huh. I think I have seen that plaque. Sorry I lied. Can't be too careful these days. Head into the caves behind the theater. Turn right, then right again. Oh, and here. You'll need this key.
He's Christian.
You didn't get that from me. See you around.
So if Rufius is a Christian and he has armor, it might have been him that vandalized Virgil. I don't know what that means in that case. So go up to the auditorium. Yep, a lot of bad things happened. Not here. It's always a bit chilling to hear the sheen of the gold right. And then he said right again. Is there another right? There we go. Hard to see. Pluto, father of riches. It is religious in nature, so for those of you who don't know, this is how early Christians would mark. One Christian would come over and do the first arch, the second Christian would come over and do the second arch to basically denote that there is more than one Christian here and that they are welcomed in this place. Apparently they took over a shrine, which I guess is okay. But that tells me that Haitius is likely a Christian. I also know who else is a Christian if you couldn't tell by the let me go this way. If you can tell by the letter, Octavia is also a Christian. It's always weird saying that as a Christian, you know? There's a lot of weird... Okay, I guess that's for them to get ready? I don't know. No idea. Okay, so I got the first plaque. Surprised it didn't set me out on the next one. I can't get in there yet. I think I should talk with Octavia next. And there is going to be a certain scene that is very sensitive, so I'm going to try to shield it as much as possible to ensure that YouTube doesn't age restrict me. She weeps where the water flows.
Okay.
Got it. Oh, jeez.
Ah, you've returned.
Can we talk about who I think?
I think it's best if I hang on to it. You mean
Why?
to ask, why am I unwilling to trust a newly arrived non-citizen with access to our water supply, the lifeblood of this city? I'm sorry, but that is simply out of the question.
Yeah, but you trust me with the... I think you're hiding something. I guess I'll have to find another way in.
Yes, our water supply. From you. I wasn't born yesterday. Poisoning a city's
entrusted
water supply
me.
is the oldest trick in the Codex. Quite literally. Aeneas the Tactician wrote a siegecraft manual for military commanders some 300 years ago, recommending the poisoning or pollution of cisterns. And I'm beginning to wonder if the culprit we're looking for might, after all this, be you. Perhaps it was a mistake on my part to place so much trust in you.
You can trust me. I promise I'll stay away from the cistern.
I doubt that very much, since I'll be keeping the key around my neck at all times from now on. But in any case, was there something else? Of course. What is it? Yes.
I think I know who it is. Domitius, Lucretia, Cynthia, Malleolus,
Why do you say
Virgil.
that?
He's been trying to intimidate people into voting for Malleus. He's been soliciting bribes to allow people to talk to Malleus.
So I'm told. But while that is distasteful, asking for tributes is not uncommon, so I don't think it's going to break the golden rule. It looks like you'll have to continue your investigation. Now...
Oh, okay. I think that was it.
I'll be waiting here for news.
Alright. Where was I going? Oh, yeah, this way. Oh, not that way. Hold on. I gotta go back up the stairs, around, past the old man. Wonder if I just shot everyone with a golden arrow, would that solve everything?
And I'm not.
And I'm not! Shut up. I don't have a way of...
Thank you. Thank you.
How do I get out? Oh, okay, I gotta go this way. I will try to help you. Thank you very much. Persephina. Persephina? Whichever it may be. A fountain. God, that scared the living shit out of me when she looked at me. It's creepy. Like, you know how mannequins, it feels like they're watching you at all times? Got the same feeling. Also, can I just keep collecting more denarius? Like, will that help me? Plus 246. I think that might help me to just constantly collect denarius. Because if I hold the bow on my person, who's to say I'm not holding the denarius on my person? Alright. Nice. Warming up for speech. Don't really need to see that anymore, but...
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far? That's good, in a sense. If you're not on edge, you've not been paying attention. But on the bright
Not
side,
been paying
once
attention.
you've been here a few months, it's... well, it's slightly less terrifying anyway. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned. Here,
What's
in
your
this
story?
place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
How did you
much
end up
the
here?
same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
Fair enough.
If you like.
Let's talk about something else. Do you know of a way out of
I'm
here?
afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate. I hope it works out.
So you're a Christian?
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible. Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have told her that, because I have no idea.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh, no. No. No,
All
no, no,
right.
no, no.
That's the idea.
What?
Why do you...
Please.
I'm going to skip through this just because it does have sensitive topics.
Thank you. And
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me? You're not going to trick me. Like what? I'm stuck slaving away for... You're just saying that to... You must think I'm out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb. Well, I suppose it means suicide.
So I guess I should bring this up if you are feeling that way. You know, it's... No one is going to blame you for seeking out help, and seeking out help is the first step to really, you know, save your life. I don't fully understand how it feels, but if you do struggle with those thoughts, I really encourage you to get help. I myself have not had those thoughts, but I've had friends who have passed because of their own, so it'd mean a lot to me if you just tried to seek out help.
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Egyptian, Greek, and I don't know. Not yet. I think if I go this way, there's something in here. I can't see through because it's just another double door. I don't think I can climb up there. There's nothing to climb up there anyway. So those are the back doors. Alright, I'm gonna save for a little bit. What I don't understand is it doesn't allow you to see... Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, I don't want that. Nope, just normal, please. Go back. Okay. So, I don't know how to make the I guess I could look at controls. Bindings? Objective guide? Yeah, that doesn't help me exactly. Journal and inventory? That might help me. So, Y, I guess? Okay. Oh, thank the Lord. I don't know why it took me so long to find out that Y. Okay, I got a ton of denarius, got the flashlight, stone tablet, which I should have kept on my person. I guess I did. Citizen register, no from Scintilla. Oh, sorry. Hold on. So, my main goals right now... Okay. Wait, hold on. I do want the active one. Is there any way... Okay, that was weird. Mystery plaque, the Egyptian, the Greek plaque. So, plaque. So I need to talk to Georgius. I guess I could use the zip line now. All right. Georgius, this way, I believe.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings.
I know, you want to know where I'm from, but I really want to ask you some questions.
Your words intrigue me.
Do you know a way out of here? Golden Rule.
And in a city full of Romans, you are asking me? Because I am Greek. Let me tell you something about Greeks and Romans. My name is Georgios, yes, but the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios, and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name. They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us, but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina. I am flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? At first, I pull my hair out. After a while, I give up, and I become Georgius the Roman. I accept the world is Roman now. Plus, I have no hair left to pull. But
I mean, you do
point
on
is
your
this.
arms.
If you want to know who stole an old Greek name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The plague you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Douli. He cannot help it. Like a typical Roman, he likes shiny things, especially those that once belonged to my people. And besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him, in his cell, just opposite the Temple of Demeter. That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way. Nothing comes to my mind, my friend. I hope that our paths cross again.
I could give you my clothes, but then I'd be naked. And I know you Greeks really do love a naked man. Alright, so I don't want the Ulpius one, I want the Greek. I'm gonna track that one. Equita suggested that I begin by asking Georgius, the city's only Greek resident. I did. Ask Douli. Okay, Douli is this way. That's not helpful to me, darling.
Hello. Have we met before? Do you like it? It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking at it. But
may I please have it?
If I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore, and I'd be sad.
I need it for something really important.
But it's mine, and I really like it. I want to keep it.
Alright, what is it going to take for you to give it to me?
Well, if you get me out of here, then I wouldn't need it anymore because I'd already be happy. Then you could have it, and you'd be happy too.
There's no way Sintius will release you, but perhaps if we had a new magistrate.
Galerius.
So I need you to do... So all I need you to do is persuade everyone to vote for Galerius.
Yeah, Galerius will let me out. Then you can have my plaque, and everyone will be happy.
Okay, interesting.
Bye-bye.
So I need to talk to Galerius, I guess. Yay. Galerius. Oh, he's all over the place. So the temple's collapsed. Can I get his normal bow? I can get his arrows. I think I already have the item. Denarius. Why not? 1 denarii. Greek plaque. Yeah, I know that's where it is. So I'm gonna have to track a different quest. What is the permanent solution? Figure out how to stop. Well, nope. Nope. Tavern. Okay. Down to the tavern I go. Now that I have that ability, it's not nearly as confusing. Oh. Yes, I can hear you, darling. No capes. Imagine a golden cape. What idiot. Alright, time to go to the tavern and talk with or do something with somebody.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets
I'll
out
talk
his
with you real quick.
threefold braying.
Livia, Would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
Oh,
This
what is
again.
this?
You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
I think that's a mystery plaque, but we'll get to that later.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
I figured it out. I
Say
know
it.
where we are.
Speak its name. Then
The
it
underworld.
is true. I was right. I thought
You were.
I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it? I will
Sure.
do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, and still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice, and now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest.
Okay. Finish that lead. Open Pandora's box.
I love your clothes. So... Oh, and you're not...
Not interested,
Oh, I
sorry.
see. You prefer the company of men. Maybe you should go... I take back what I said. Let's just...
So the middle one is...
Not for a few weeks now. Last time I saw him, he was sitting at a table with Georgius, whispering about some job. I remember because they kept looking over their shoulders as if they didn't want anyone else to know. So, naturally, I hovered. The one word I kept hearing was vanishing, and then, the next day, Kabash just disappeared. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not as well, darling.
All right.
I'll
See
be
ya.
going now. Thank you. Alright, no one's at the tavern, so I will talk with Georgius. Or... I'm trying to wait against the current. You're not helping. Alright, Georgius. I'm coming after you, Georgius. Come here, darling. You
Salve.
Greek Sorry, I have to talk to him.
Salve again, friend. I went and... How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
I'm reliving the same day over and over again.
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus.
Like Sisyphus,
Sisyphus
how
was a
so?
Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again, for all eternity. Just like you. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Bellides had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But, on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
Oh my god. So the one that pushes the rock up the hill, he's up by the Temple of Hades, or whoever you want to call him, Pluto. The one that was reaching for the fruit of the tree is in the water in the lake that he wanted me to fetch a flower from, and then the one that's spinning in a wheel is a guy that's tied up to a wheel, like one of those stretching wheels. Huh.
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, friend, but you seem all right to me. So, I'll tell you what. I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you. And you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in.
Thanks.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.
Wait.
Salve again, my Sisyphean friend. Now, what's on your mind?
Ever thought
bounced
about
the
running for
idea
magistrate?
around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. And that's good enough for me.
How'd you do?
If Malleolus runs, he's going to break the golden rule and kill us all.
And how could you... Oh, wait. You've seen it in another time loop, haven't you? Well, in that case, we need to find a way to make sure Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw altogether. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate left, I'll run against him. Deal?
All right. I think that's all I want to know.
All right, friend.
I'll be going now. I don't need to talk to Virgil. I need to talk to Georgius. It also looks like time is starting to get...
Greetings and salutations.
You're welcome.
Hello again, my sartorial friend. What is on your mind?
Mind! I'm looking for Kabosh, and I heard you were one of the last people to see
I
him.
knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous. Please, let us leave the live coals safely beneath the ash.
We foreigners have to stick
Very
together,
well,
remember?
But the magistrate would not look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself. For several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the Temple of Demeter. Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that we may have a bountiful harvest, and yet the next day when I return, the food is missing. So I
How
ask,
strange.
who or what is devouring the food in this temple? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Animals?
Nobody entered, and yet when I went to take a look, my offering was gone. It is bizarre, is it not? When I told my friend Kabosh of this at the tavern, he offered to help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, he was never seen again. It is
Where's
the only
the-
Greek temple in the city. Head towards the baths, and it is the last building on your right. I do not think you should pursue this, my friend. It would break my heart to be responsible for 2 people disappearing. But you do not strike me as a kind of person to be deterred by such warnings, so just be careful, I beg you.
Alright, time to go. Find the Greek plaque. Well, no, not the... Oh, not the... Oh, this is the Egyptian plaque. Huh. What do you want me to do? I'm here. Wow. Okay, don't need that. Don't need the bust or the vases. There it is. How did he not know there's a secret door? Now. Well. Am I gonna run into someone I have to turn into a gold statue? Something tells me I may. And we will see. I hope I just have enough time before work to do it, although with this loading screen it's going to be quite difficult. Just a random statue. Clear has been here a long time. Oh, I thought that was at the end. I was like, what? Just a dead end? It's water. Some Greek statue. The head of a statue. Is this where it is going to be? I don't trust that. Hold on. If it's organic matter, will it turn to gold? No. Well. I didn't trust it, but I don't trust this. There's water. Put that away. Ask the old man if he's seen Kabosh.
Come and join me by the fire. Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I've never seen this man before. I'm Bubbles.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I'm looking for Kabosh.
Kabosh. I know this man. He came through here some weeks ago. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out.
Are you testing me?
Simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Pluto, god of the underworld.
I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue? Good enough for me.
I have to.
Now, let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
I'm not sure it's a complex question.
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the Golden Rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult. Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the Golden Rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Whose version of right and wrong?
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation? Isn't there more than one?
How can that be? Since they all have differences, it follows that in some cases they would offer different conclusions about what is right and wrong. If there is a correct moral code, then wouldn't it follow that only one can be the correct one?
The correct moral code depends on the laws and customs of it. No.
Let me guess.
Suppose so.
Is it yours? And that's a
Maybe
credit
not.
to you. It is the mark of a civilized person to change their position when presented with a superior argument. My point is this.
What's your point?
I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong. If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
That I agree with.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions. You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story. I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night I found myself in a tavern, in an argument with a drunk mercenary. It became heated, he drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny. They are one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades. My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again. I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive. I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years. Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation, so I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many
that only
things
gets you so
in life,
far.
Arguments are better with a partner. As you wish. Ha! If I did, would I be living like this? Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me. Ha! I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans. I'm getting
What does
to
this
that.
have to do with Kabash?
You see, it was among these old Greek relics that I found the thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription. We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out
we did the
this
same with the
game has been
Egyptians.
going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail. I assure you it is not, although it will be dangerous. I urge you to exercise caution. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate. I enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
Alright. Why am I not allowed to climb? Thank you very much. Wait, it wants me to go into the catacombs. But what's up there? Okay, that's probably an exit. We'll see.
Ah, you've returned.
I don't want to talk to you, old man. This certainly does feel like a trap. Alright. Is this an aqueduct? What is that? Ah! Shit. Shit. Fucker. God, why was that so loud? Ugh. It scared the shit out of me. From the other side, I'm sure it has been. Nothing. Is that another one? It may or may not be. Why does it feel like it is? Okay. It's not. Oh god, that one scared me again. Oh, that's just leading to the same. What is this? It's an Egyptian pillar. Alright. Oh. Alright, so this is actually going to be a pretty good end to the series. So, again, if you enjoy this series, I should be back probably tomorrow to continue live streaming. I understand no one's watched so far. I'm not salty or anything, but if you enjoy this series, just please let me know. I will continue it either way, I guess, at this point. So far I've gotten further in the storyline than I was last time, and you've now come to the point where I can't really add any insight or go in a certain direction knowing what's going to happen. So from this point forth, we're both going to be experiencing at the same time the same experience. So I really do enjoy this game. The storytelling is very good. Again, if you're watching on Twitch, I do recommend that you watch this on YouTube, because you will be allowed to play it at any point, and you'll be able, even if while I'm live streaming, go back to the beginning, watch through the entire episode to a point. On Twitch, I understand that's not available, and with storytelling games, kind of a negative with Twitch, which I'd hope that they would fix. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, again, please let me know. Again, my best friend, my brother, and I, we do podcasts Saturday morning from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. So if you're up, please come join us. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.